rock to this beat.
Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I'm your man, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. We got a good one today, y'all. We got a good one today, y'all. We got a good one. We're going to talk about the game. We're going to talk about the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the South Carolina Gamecock women's basketball program at Colonial Life Arena in front of 15 screaming fans. And you know what? Oh, I was there live and in color. I was chopping it up, talking to everybody, doing what I do. You might have seen a clip of me on the ESPN broadcast. I didn't get a chance to interview. Hey, ESPN want to interview me, but I did make the TV screen, and I did holler at Carolyn Peck after the show. Got a nice picture with her and my wifey. Great time, but you know, everything ain't happy days and rainbows and sunshines and all this thing. Everybody like that. It ain't all that, right? Because how do you win by 19 points and then it still feel unfulfilled? How do you do that? What South Carolina did. And I left the game unfulfilled. And Dawn Staley's press conference left her unfulfilled. But before we dive into that, it is shot o'clock time. And if you're a new consumer of the Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will program, I want to say welcome. First off, I want to say welcome to the family. I want to say welcome for joining me on this evening to talk about women's basketball and to talk about this team and to talk about life and talk about everything that we're going to talk about today. So if you're new to the broadcast, Cap Will is different. I'm a little different than everybody else. So when we do a show after a basketball game and we win this basketball game, we start off the show with a shot. We start off the show with a shot. And it's a little unconventional for most of the podcasts, but I ain't conventional. Like that. I'm a different breed, y'all. So this is for all the new folks who are watching your boy right now. We are about to do a shot, and it's shot o'clock. So for the ones that already know, get your shot glass up and get it filled with water. Get it filled with ginger ale. Get it filled with Gatorade. Get it filled with some Tito's. That's what I got today. Get it filled with some Tito's. It don't matter what you got. Get a little swing of sweet tea. And get ready. Because it is shot o'clock right now. Let's go. Cheers. Let's go. That's how we do it. So this basketball game right here. You know, because when I did my pregame show, did a pregame show, I talked about this game being tough. I talked about us winning between 20 and 25 points where we won by 19. So Captain Will pretty much on point of his prognostication, of his prediction, of his Nostradamus. I was pretty much close, right? But I did not envision this game being the way it transpired. I did not envision this game. Coach Staley said it best. Coach Staley said it was undisciplined. And I don't want to discredit the victory over Mississippi State. I don't want to discredit the victory over Mississippi State. We won the basketball game handily, but I just didn't feel good. I didn't get the warm and fuzzy. I did not get the warm and fuzzy feeling that I normally get when I watch Carolina basketball, especially after the victory over Florida. I just not get that feeling. We did not transition over from the Florida game to the Mississippi State game. We did not transition from the East Carolina game to the Florida game. So we doing this up and down roller coaster type situation. We still winning by a lot, right? But we cannot. We have to be a consistent basketball team. We have to be a consistent basketball team. And last night's victory was disjointed. It was disjointed. And you look at the stats of it, the stats are pleasing to the naked eye. But if you dive deep into these stats, you're like, oh, we got some things to work on. We got some things to work on this basketball team. So South Carolina did what South Carolina does. We always shoot a high percentage from the field. We shot 47% from the field. 47% from the field, that's good, right? That's a solid basketball game. 47% from the field. We shot 6 for 12 from three-point line. That's good, right? 50% from the three. That is solid. That is good. That is Carolina basketball. This is why we are the number 2 ranked team in three-point shooting. We going to shoot the basketball well. Okay? Now. Is this a trend? Is this a trend for Carolina basketball? We were 15 for 20. 15 for 20, 75% from the free throw line. Last game, we was, 86%? 85%? Last 2 games, we are hitting those free throws. And our percentage is steadily moving up. It's steadily moving up, right? So those points right there are great. Field goal percentage was solid. 3-point percentage was great. 75% from the free throw line is amazing for this basketball team. That's great. That's great. But here's the thing right here. Here's the thing. South Carolina is an excellent rebounding team. South Carolina got 44 rebounds. 44. Mississippi State got 43. The rebounding edge was even. It was an even game in terms of rebound. But this is what it right here. This is it right here. Offensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds, Mississippi State got more. Mississippi State had 22 offensive rebounds. South Carolina had 16. Offensive rebounds is effort. Let me say that one more again. Offensive rebounds is effort. It's want to. It's blocking out. It's putting a body on somebody. Not leaking out for an easy transition basket. Securing the offensive rebound. That is what we failed in last night. Yesterday. That's what we failed in. Offensive rebound, we was terrible. We was terrible. And you have Carolina got a bigger team. I always talk about the size that Carolina has. Kamilla Cardoso is 6'7". Ashlyn Watkins 6'3". Schema Walker 6'5". Chloe 6'2". Tessa 6'1". I always talk about Sanaa Fagan 6'3". Talk about the size of this basketball team. There is no reason. There's no reason for this basketball team to ever be offensive rebound. Ever. In no way, shape, or form. We are bigger. We're more athletic. We should win the offensive rebounding edge every single game. And we should win it handily. Handily. But we did not. We did not. We are a more talented team than Mississippi State. We are more talented than anybody in the country. Anybody in the country, we are more talented. We should not make games close by effort. And I saw some of that last night. Effort. Watching the Dawn Staley press conference, and she said everything that I saw. And just like you, y'all watched the game. Some of y'all watched the game twice. Y'all saw some effort plays. Y'all saw us getting out rebounded. We saw that. That is something we have to correct. We have to correct. Now, we play Missouri on Thursday, and we play Kentucky on Monday. Both of those teams were far better. Okay? But being a more talented team than Missouri and against Kentucky, if we don't out-effort teams, those teams like that, we don't out-effort them. We're just going to show up because we know we're better than them. Turn it on, turn it off. Turn that switch on, turn it off because we know we're better. There are some teams in this schedule who would beat us. There are. If we play the way we played last night, yesterday, 1 o'clock, 1300 p.m. in Colonial Life Arena against LSU on January 25th, we are going to lose. If we play the way we played yesterday, Super Bowl weekend against UConn, we're going to lose at Colonial Life Arena. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying it right now. If we play the way we played yesterday against Tennessee in Tennessee with Rakia Jackson back and make it up for lost time by doing everything she want to do, we are going to lose that game in Tennessee. Dawn said she's going to fix it. And in Dawn Staley, I trust. Effort. You can't coach effort. You can't teach effort. That is want to. That's getting down in the soul and getting down in the body, getting down in the stomach, and just I'm going to get this damn rebound before you get it. So yesterday, the game ended. And normal procedures, the game ends, the girls go around taking pictures, all those things, kissing the baby, signing stuff, all those different things, right? Go around the whole arena. Okay, so that went down. So I started talking to Carolyn Peck. After that was done, I went to the press room, go to the press room, and you wait for the player or players to come in for the post-game interviews. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it took a long time. It took a long time for the players, Bree Hall, to come in for an interview. You know why? Because there was an extended amount of time that was done in the locker room about the game that happened. The girls are off today. Class started back. Dawn talked a little bit about that during her press conference, which took a long time as well. If I was a fly on the wall, I would pay just to be in that locker room while Dawn Staley and Lisa Boyer and Joelle Law and Gandy, all I'm talking about what occurred during the game yesterday. Because, regular teams are satisfied with being a quality team by 19 points. Regular teams are satisfied by that. But not this team. Not this Carolina team. Not this team, who I said earlier in the year could be one of the best teams, if not the best team that has ever played at the University of South Carolina. No. There were some flaws in the game last night. There were some flaws in the game yesterday. There were some flaws that stuck out like a sore thumb, like a sand spur out in the country. There were some flaws. Oh. Points in the paint. Can we talk about points in the paint for a little bit? Let's talk about points in the paint. Points in the paint. 40 for Mississippi State, 40 for South Carolina. That don't make no damn sense. That makes no sense of why we got the same amount of points in the paint as the opponent, even though we are more talented than them. That don't cut it. That don't cut the full cap with it. That don't cut the cap with them. No, that don't cut it. That don't cut it. That's not Carolina basketball. You don't match us in terms of points in the paint. You don't out-offensive rebound us. You don't do that. But that happened yesterday. That happened yesterday game. Turnovers were similar. Both of us had about 11, 12 turnovers a game. So that wasn't a big deciding point in this basketball game. Defensively, we played well. If we wouldn't have played well defensively, the game would have been much closer. Mississippi State shot 36%. 36%, and then shot terribly from the three-point line, 3 for 19. So our number one defensive rating still holds true. That is still in full effect. But, ladies and gentlemen, we cannot be out-efforted. And I don't know if that's a word, but they can't out-hustle us. I know that's a word. They can't out-hustle us. And Mississippi State was doing that. So this is the thing. This is the thing, right? Really good teams are watching the film. Really good teams are watching Carolina to see what chinks are in the arm. They are seeing what we don't do well. Well, you can't say three-point shooting because we do that damn well. We do three-point shooting better than anybody right now, okay? So you can't say that. Free throw shooting has improved over the last 2 games, so that's improving, right? But there's been a couple of situations. There have been a couple of situations, and not for the totality of the season. No, and I ain't saying all that. But there have been a couple of situations where we were out-hustled to the basketball. You go back and look at the Notre Dame game. Notre Dame got more offensive rebounds than us. This game right here, they definitely did. Will it be a situation against LSU? Get more offensive rebounds than we do. If LSU gets more offensive rebounds than we do, we're going to lose that basketball game. We cannot go into hostile situations, hostile territory, enemy combatants. We cannot go down to Baton Rouge with all that craziness, with all that super duper crazy hoopla that's been going on for the week of that game and show up and LSU out-hustle us. There are going to be 16, 17,000 screaming fans who want us to lose. And not only want us to lose, that want us to get blown out. We have to be ready. So that's why Dawn is pissed. That's why Dawn is upset. Because she sees what's on the horizon. Her goals is much larger. Her goals is much larger. So we're going to beat a Mississippi State. We're going to beat a Missouri. We're going to beat a Vanderbilt. We're going to beat a Kentucky. Teams like this with the style of play we played yesterday. But those quality teams and in the tournament, we are prepping for that. That's what we're prepping for. We're prepping for Final Four type teams. That is what we're prepping for. Not to beat Mississippi State or not to beat Kentucky or not to beat Missouri. No. We're prepping for LSU. We're prepping for UCLA, Stanford, Iowa, Connecticut. Those are the teams we're prepping for, the teams that we will see up in the Elite Eight and the Final Four. That is what we're prepping for. We cannot be out-hustled in any basketball game. We are more athletic. We have to bring it every single time. And I know this is a young team. And Dawn says it as well. She says it's a young team, and they got to stay focused, got to stay locked in. And we know this era of social media is easy to get distracted. It's easy to be distracted. It's easy. For the middle-aged folks that's watching right now, it's easy for us to be distracted over Facebook, over Twitter, over Instagram, and we're gonna take pictures with the selfies, and we're gonna take pictures of our oatmeal that we ate this morning, and we're gonna take pictures of the flowers and all these different things, and we're gonna see how many likes and all this stuff. Multiply that times 50 for these girls who are pretty close to celebrities, pretty close. And get pulled from every direction. And people telling them how good and how great they are. These are young girls who happens to be amazing at basketball, but they're still young girls who are maturing before our eyes. So distractions happen. And I understand that completely. I got 3 of them myself. So I know how distractions happen. But I have no doubt in my mind that Dawn is going to reel them back in and get them focused. I know practice tomorrow going to be off the chain. It's going to be lit. It's going to be unbelievable. Practice tomorrow will be a come to Jesus moment for this basketball team. It's going to be something to say. It's going to be a closed door situation. It's going to be some words expressed, much like the words that was expressed yesterday in the locker room. It's going down. It's going down. And let's go through a few of the questions. Let me see. What question? Do you think Dawn have to do more coaching with this team than teams in the past? That's a good question. And I say, yeah. This team has to do, she has to do more coaching. Lisa Boyd has to do more coaching. Coaching staff has to do more coaching for this basketball team because the team is young and it doesn't have a whole lot of leadership. And hear me when I say this. I know Bree is a leader, and I know Raven's a leader, but this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about leadership, players who've been there in big moments at college, on a college basketball level. But this is Bree's first time starting. This is Kamilla's first time starting. So they're figuring it out on the fly. You know what I'm saying? They're figuring it out on the fly. This is the first time Breezy got all these minutes. They're figuring it out on the fly. So this year, they are growing into being leaders at the high-level Division I basketball. They're learning. But we don't have the leadership before. Where we always lament the freshies. We always lament the freshies because they started so early. So they grew with leadership. Okay? But the freshies, you think back, their freshman sophomore year, there wasn't leaders. There was already leaders on this team. There was already talented players on this basketball team who was already doing it. But this team right here, you got Raven starting now. You got Te-Hina came in who's been balling her butt off, but she came in for Oregon. Okay? Then you got Bree Hall who just started. Okay? Then you got Chloe starting this year. You got Kamilla Cardoso starting this year. And then the players out the bench, ain't none of them started. Ain't none of them had no starting time. So you got to coach them up. They got to coach them up a little bit more than teams in the past. I've said before, I think it's the most talented basketball team that we've ever had. And I think next year's team going to be even better than this year's team in terms of talent. But yeah, she got to coach them up more. My guy, here's a good one. My guy, who won the dance battle? So if you don't know, you probably need to follow. You definitely need to hit me up on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter. And this is a great opportunity. We're 23 minutes in. Follow me on Twitter, Gamecocks Talk. It's at the bottom of the screen. Also, hit me up on Instagram at Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Yep. And subscribe. You're watching right now, subscribe. I don't know why I have to continue to say that. If you're watching, if you're listening, if you're hearing the voice of Captain Will and you like what you're hearing, hit that subscribe button. It's pretty simple, right? So you get all the notifications when we come on and have a great time. But yesterday, if you check out the Twitters at the game, we were sitting and I can't remember what song was playing. I don't remember what song was playing, but what song was playing, and Cat Will had been, I'm a party animal. I get the party started. That's what I do. I get the party started. So it was a young lady sitting in front of us to the left, to the left, and she started doing her thing. And then my wife, she's just a hype woman. That's all she is. She's just a hype woman. So, boy, you gonna let it get you like that? I said, oh no, we don't rock like that. We don't rock like that. Nobody get no Cat Will. So I had to stand up. I had to stand up and do my thing. I had to get up and show the crowd what I'm working with. So I did my. my dance, my thing, doing what I do. And she did her thing, and I did my thing again, and we going back. And then she did some bent backwards type ish, and I got bad knees. I can't do all that. I got bad knees. I do something like that, you got to ice up my knees. I'd be like I just played 37 minutes in a basketball game, had with the ice on the knees and got wraps on it. So I couldn't do all that. But I did my own. I did that. Yeah, I got to do the tried and true. So I roll it. That's what I do. That's a body roll. That's what it is. Body roll. Yeah. So in terms of who won the dance battle, I think I won. Because I couldn't get loose. My jeans were a little tight, so I couldn't get loose the way I wanted to. And it was a little room. I couldn't get my. So we're gonna call it a tie. That's what we're gonna call it, a tie. But she did really good. So, but Captain, anybody mess with Captain Will? No. So how many questions? That's 2 of them. Let's do one more. We'll do one. Captain Will, who do you think is the second best player on this team? That's a good question. Who is the second best player on this team? Well, you already know. That I think that Te-Hina Paopao is the best basketball player on this basketball team. I think she's the most talented. I think that she has, her ability to score the basketball is really unmatched. It's really unmatched. The girl shoots consistently over 50% from the three-point line. Like what? Consistently shoots over 50% at the three-point line. And we ain't talking about the high school line. We're talking about the college basketball line. That's what we're talking about. And Te-Hina Paopao shoots it at a clip. The girl's so special shooting the basketball. And she defends. And she leads. I think she's the best basketball player on this basketball team by far. I do. And I think she's going to be the SEC Player of the Year. I said it. Yeah, I said it. SEC Player of the Year will be Te-Hina Paopao. Lights out herself. Okay? So it's a little bit more difficult saying who's the second best player, because I don't really look at stats in that degree like that. Because the stats would say that Kamilla Cardoso is our best player, but I don't believe Kamilla Cardoso is our best player in the basketball team. I believe Te-Hina Paopao, lights out herself, is our best player. So the decision is who's our second best player on this basketball team. And I'm gonna ask, this is a two-part question. This is a two-part question, right? So I'm gonna say it like this right here. Over the last 8 games, Bree Hall is our second best player. Over the last 8 games. Since that tobacco road trip, the tobacco Chitlin circuit trip, I think that Breezy has been straight balling out. She been balling out. The girl shooting the basketball like crazy. She defending. And I think that her leadership is starting to ring true as well. She's balling out. And I love it. We can go through it. Let's go through the last 5 games. Last 5 games for Bree Hall. So last game, yesterday, she played 29 minutes at 15 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. Shot 67% from the field and shot 75% from the 3-point line. Florida, 25 minutes, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 71% from the field, 75% from the free throw line, and 67% from the 3-point line. ECU. The ECU game, I call it an aberration. And she played 21 minutes, had 5 points, 2 rebounds, 1 steal. Still shot 67% from the field. Still shot 100% from 3-point line. She didn't take a lot of shots. She played defense well. Okay. And then, but we get back to normalcy. Because she went home. She went home back to Ohio. Went back home to Ohio, Bowling Green, and balled out 28 minutes. 18 points. We saw what she did. 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 78% from the field, 67% from the 3-point line. The girl has been shooting the lights out at the 3-point line. Been shooting the lights out. Very efficient. Very efficient. And then Presbyterian is what it is, won by like 70 points. December 16th. You know, I can't put much stock in it. She played 23 minutes at 10 points, 3 rebounds, 42%, 43% from the field, still shot 40% from the 3-point line. Those are the last 5 basketball games. But she actually turned it on a couple games before that. You know, so that big spurt that she's had, now she's averaging over 10 points a game, 3 rebounds, assists, 49% from the field, 46% from the 3-point line. Bree Hall, offensively and defensively, to your boy Captain Will, is the second best player on this basketball team. Bree Hall. And the people want to, early in the season, I would have never said that. I would say Kamilla Cardoso. Well, actually, starting the season, I would have said Kamilla Cardoso is our best player. Te-Hina Paopao, and then Raven Johnson. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. Now, right now, we're 14, 15 games into the season. And I think Te-Hina Paopao is our best player. I think Bree Hall is our second best player. I think Kamilla is our third. And I think Raven is our fourth best player. And Ashlyn Watkins coming up strong. Your eyes don't lie. And that's how I feel. That's how I view it. That's how I view it. And I'm so proud of Bree Hall dealing with no criticism, dealing with things that was coming her way. The girl is balling. She is straight up balling. And we're not going to win a championship. We're not going to go deep in the tournament without Bree Hall doing what she does. Doing what she does. And listen, this is like a good time. This is like a really good time to we're like 31 minutes in. We're 31 minutes in. So, again, we're 31 minutes in. So we I think it's about time for another shot. I think it's shot o'clock again. I think it's time. It's a nice evening. Nice evening. And it's time to do another shot. It is time to do another shot. And this shot is for, let's say it, this shot is for Bree Hall and how she's been balling out. Bree Hall putting in that work, standing on business like we all wanted her to do. So this is another shot. Get your shot glasses up. This is for everybody. Everybody. And I know how some folks be drinking before the game starts. Some cats be getting a little appetizer before the main course. You know what I'm saying? So for all y'all cats who already started. And I know school has started back for most people, most colleges, okay? So the ones who watching me right now, who probably need to be reading their syllabus, you know what I'm saying? Reading their syllabus and prepping for the next day in college, including my son, one more semester. And he going to graduate, and we're going to turn up. But this is for everybody. Bree Hall, and my youngest son, who will be graduating from Rider University this year. And also shout out to, rocking the Fayetteville State Broncos shirt today, HBCU. My daughter and son-in-law both graduated from Fayetteville State, so repping Fayetteville State as well. So shouts up to them too. Oh yeah. So let's go through the stats. And I'm gonna start. This is what I'm gonna start with, because it kind of pissed me off during the game. I'm going to start with Mississippi State. I'm going to start with Mississippi State because Mississippi State, going into the game, I said Jessica Carter was their best player. 6'5", balling out, averaging a double-double. And I thought that her and Kamilla Cardoso would kind of cancel each other out. Okay? But Kamilla Cardoso played better than Jessica Carter last night. She played better. Carter had 31 minutes, 8.6 rebounds, 1 block shot, 3 fouls. She wasn't efficient, 3 for 11 from the field. So that wasn't a factor. I thought their second best player was JJ Jordan. Well, that proved true. The girl balled out. She balled out. She made some money last night. Oh, JJ put in work. 36 minutes, 25 points, 11 for 23 from the field. She put people on notice. 4 rebounds. She put people on notice against the best defensive team in the country. Now she scored 25 points, and you know, as a whole, Mississippi State only scored 66. But she played well. That's still 23 shots. That's okay. She shot 23 times. She had 25 points. So it's not the most efficient, offensive outing. But she still had 25 points. She shot 1 for 6 from the 3. She was scoring baskets, y'all. She had 3 steals. One of them was a straight up sensational steal. So I sometimes get a little, I get annoyed sometimes with our on-ball defense. And Coach Staley said it early on that our on-ball defense is not as good as our switching defense. We've had a problem with our on-ball defense throughout the season. And I know some folks going to be talking about, oh, yeah, because we don't have a Bree Bill. We don't have a Leah Boston who can, shut an opposing opponent down. If we had Bree Bill, she would have been on JJ. She would have been on Jordan. And she would have limited her. She would have. We won't need, see, this is the thing. This is the thing. When you have elite on-ball defenders, like we've been spoiled with the previous 4 years, you don't have to rely on switching as much because you can keep them floating in front of you. You don't have a situation where Bree is going to switch off to another player. No. Nah, she's going to go wherever that player goes all game long. She's going to fight through screens and we'll track her the whole game. Our defense, even though it's number 1 in the country, number 1 defensive rating in the country, switches a lot. Our best defender is Ashlyn Watkins. Our second best defender is Bree Hall. A player the caliber of Jordan or a player the caliber of some of these other players we're going to play, like we played with Peely, some of those players are going to score the basketball because it seems like we will. It reminds me a lot of the old, back in the day football, where when Deion Sanders was the best player in football, for sure the best defensive player. So when he was playing San Francisco or the Cowboys or whoever, the defensive scheme will be, I'm going to guard the second best player on second best receiver, take that receiver completely out of the game, and then the team is going to double team their best receiver. But there will be, other situations where, when the game is tight, where Deion is going to guard Jerry Rice all over the field, where Deion is going to guard Michael Irvin all over the field. It seems like that's the strategy of South Carolina. We are going to take out a player, and in this case, I thought it was Jessica Garter, but another player, we're going to double team. But in our case, if we're not great on-ball defenders, you have a player who's going to ball out. And in this case right here, it was JJ. Now, I'm not going to lie. That little point guard 5 for 3, Park Lane, she was balling. She was balling. That girl can play. She finished with 14 points, 6 for 11 for the field. She can play. It was a joy watching her play. And I'm going to watch more Mississippi State games because they're entertaining to watch. They're entertaining to watch. They are going to the tournament. They're going to the tournament, but they are entertaining to watch. They just don't have as much depth as we do. They don't have as much talent as we do. But they hustle. They guard. They rebound, like we said before. They just don't have as much talent. Coach is really good. I like their press conference. I like the coach. I really do. So I just wanted to start with Mississippi State and you talk about JJ and Carter and that little point guard. That girl, ooh, she's sweet. She's sweet. 5'3". Get to the basket. No fear. No fear. Chase down loose balls. She's built low to the ground. Had a steal. But she can guard too. At 5'3". I know, right? But as far as our team, you know, I mean, the offensive player of the game, what? Who you think I'm going to say? I'm going to say Te-Hina. She played 30 minutes, 5 for 9 for the field, 2 for 4 from the three-point line, 12 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. I'm saying Te-Hina Paopao. What's our player of the game? Who else I'm going to say? What's Te-Hina Paopao? Who looked locked in from the beginning? Because I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes the stats matter, sometimes it don't matter. Te-Hina don't take a lot of shots. She don't take a lot of shots. But the shots that she takes, she controls the basketball game. She changes the momentum. She changes the calculus. She changes the formula. And that's why I love Te-Hina Paopao. So she played, to me, the best basketball game. But you look at the stats. Kamilla Cardoso did what she does. She averaged a double-double. She had 13 points, 4 rebounds, block shot, but 3 for 6 from the free throw line. I mean, but 28 minutes of basketball. And we love Kamilla Cardoso. We love Kamilla Cardoso. And they all love, and we talked about it before. We've talked about it before. 359 teams would give up their NIL money for Kamilla Cardoso. But Kamilla Cardoso, it seems like to the naked eye, that she can do so much more in a basketball game. We see the 13 points. And you watching the game, those 13 should have been 23. Because she missed so many easy bunnies yesterday. So many. Her numbers should be astronomical. That is why I said that she's going to be first team All-American. Because I thought she was going to complete those easy baskets. But she's not. There are 6 to 8 points daily, every single game that Kamilla Cardoso should have. 6 to 8 points extra every single game. As a whole, Kamilla Cardoso is averaging 14 points, 11 rebounds. That number should easily be 20 points, 21 points. Easily. With her size, with her skill, she should be doing that. But it's not happening. It's not happening. I will say this right here. She is an excellent passer. Kamilla Cardoso is probably the best passing, if not the best, one of the best passing bigs in the country. It's because she can see over the top of the offense. In summertime, like Magic Johnson was the point guard for the Lakers. He was 6'9" and could see over the top of the offense. It's very similar. Kamilla Cardoso is 6'7". She had 6 assists last night. 6 assists, 13 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists. I'm more impressed with the 6 assists. I'm not impressed with the rebounds because at 6'7", that's what she's supposed to do. That's what she's supposed to do. I'm not impressed with the 13 points because she's 6'7". That is what she's supposed to do. I was a little happy that she did that mid-range jumper. I've been begging for that, been pleading with that for quite a while, and she shot that. I'm impressed with the 6 assists that she had. The one block shot should have been more. It should have been more. But Kamilla Cardoso is averaging 3 assists, y'all. 3 assists from the center position at the University of South Carolina. I just wanted to finish with the basketball in the hoop more often because she's getting it in the paint about 6 to 8 feet from the basket. I just needed to do it, and I hope I see it on Thursday A complete game. Because a complete game, Kamilla Cardoso plays in a complete game. She's going to have a Shaq-type game. You talk about 32 points, 16, 17 rebounds, 5 block shots. If she plays a complete engaged game. And we just want the best for her. But we got to keep it real. We got to keep it real now. We got to keep it real. So, who else I'm going to talk about? Breezy. I already talked about it nauseam with Breezy having 15 points, doing her thing, 3 for 4 from the 3-point line. 3 for 4. I mean, the girl is exceptional. She is living up to a 14th ranking in the 2021 recruiting class. She's living up to that. And she's ascending very fast. I already said she's our second best player. You may agree with it, you may disagree with it. I'm saying right now, Bree Hall, with the way that she is playing, is Carolina's second best player. And to me, it shouldn't even be a debate. It shouldn't be a discussion, the way she's playing. The way she's playing, she is on. She is on. And she just continues to rock with it, y'all. She continues to rock with it. So, players of the game, Te-Hina Paopao, Bree Hall. Kamilla had a nice game. I mean, Chloe, and Chloe had 12. Because this is the thing with Chloe. Chloe Kardashian, this is the thing with Chloe. With old Chloe Kardashian, she only plays 16 minutes. Chloe plays 16 minutes. She starts the basketball game. She starts the third quarter. She only plays 16 minutes. And you look at it, and I got to get a whole lot of mentions to talk about. Chloe got to get stronger. The girl going to get stronger. She's getting stronger, okay? She will be stronger. She's getting better. She's getting better. She's getting better. She just made sophomore, okay? She just made a sophomore. When the calendar turned, when 2020-24, that's wrong. When 2024 came in, that's when Chloe was considered a sophomore in my mind, okay? So she just completed her first year. Her first year as a South Carolina Gamecock. She's a sophomore officially. Last night, you might say, Chloe stay on the ground too much. Chloe need to get stronger. Chloe need to do this. Chloe need to do that. But you know what she did? Chloe had 12 points. Chloe had 4 rebounds. Chloe had a steal. That's what she did in 16 minutes of play. It may not look the way you want it to look. And she shot a mid-range jumper as well. 2 for 2 from the free throw line as well. It may not look the way you want it to look. It may not. But at the end of the day, the girl be balling. She be balling in 16 minutes of play. Chloe Kardashian's averages 11.7 rebounds, 2 assists, 51% from the field. 51% from the field in 19 minutes of play. When Chloe gets stronger, Chloe is going to be a straight-up menace. Trust me when I say that. When she gets stronger, she's going to be a menace. Let's go through a couple more questions. Let's do a couple more questions. Camwell, are you still as confident in this team as before? Yes, I am. Despite what I'm saying tonight, I am still as confident in this basketball team. I still believe that we're going to go undefeated this regular season. I think we're going to go undefeated in the SEC tournament. And I know for damn sure we're going to the Elite 8, Final 4. I know that. And then all bets are off after that. I know that. Regardless of what I said today, I have the utmost confidence because I have the utmost confidence in the coaching staff. I don't doubt no Dawn Staley. I don't doubt no Lisa Boyer to fix and tweak this basketball team to championship level. I don't doubt that whatsoever. I believe for sure, this team is the best team in college basketball. They just got to be more consistent. But this team is still number 1 in net rankings, number 1 in AP poll, whatever that means. Top 5 in offensive rating, number one in defensive rating, number one in blocks, number one in so many different advanced stats, number two in three-point shooting. So I have the confidence that this team will be the best team. And you're going to see a different team that plays on Thursday night. I think it's at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock on SEC Network. You will see a different team. You will see a locked-in team in Missouri. You're going to see a team that has something to prove. You're going to see a team on Thursday that is hunting versus being hunted. I think that's what Coach Staley wants us to continue to hunt instead of being hunted. Be the aggressor. I think that, like I said before, it's a young team, so start kind of resting on our laurels a little bit, saying we the best, and everybody saying they're the best. Cap Will saying they're the best. Everybody saying the best. And you are. But you have to prove that every single time you step out on the court that you are the best. And you're winning basketball games. Can't front about that. Winning basketball games handily. But every single game, the other team is going to bring their best. So when they bring their best, we got to rise up and match the effort level, or take out go up another notch on the effort level to show everybody that we are better than you. So let's do another question. If you had to have your last meal, what would it be? So this is the question. If you had to have your last meal, so I'm thinking about, so you're saying your last meal, so I'm either like really sick on death's door, going to the upper room, or I did some type of crazy crime and I'm about to get electrocuted or some craziness, I'm in jail, so it means, okay, Mr. Williams, you have your last meal. What are you going to take? What are you going to get? And you know what? My wife called me bougie, right? My wife called me bougie. So if I'm going to do my last meal, it's going to be a combination of this. So my last meal, I want some lamb chops, medium lamb chops. Ooh. I want some I want a cheeseburger from Five Guys. I want a cheeseburger from Five Guys with bacon, with some sauteed onions, some mayonnaise, lettuce. A couple of pickles on it. Extra cheese, right? Okay. Then I want some my mama's potato salad. Yeah, my mama's potato salad. My wife's macaroni and cheese. Oh yeah. Oh, here's another one. Some crab cakes. Some crab cakes from Michael Jordan Steakhouse at Mohegan Sun. Oh my God, they did. Oh my Lord, they were so good. And then I want some pig feet. I gotta get a little swig of pig feet. Last meal. Did I say collard greens? Collard greens from the best collard green place that you can get it from. Probably like somebody, grandma, got a hairnet. You know what I'm saying? Old school grandma named Claudine or something. You gotta get, if you're gonna get some collard greens, you gotta get it from a joint that the person, the chef, the cooker, whoever she is, right? Her name, it gotta be an old name, it gotta be an old country name, it gotta be a Claudine, it gotta be a Bernadine, it gotta be a Bernadette. It gotta be, it gotta be something like that. Some names that people don't name their kids no more. It can't be no Shanaqua. It can't be no Mokisha. It can't be none of those newfangled names. I'm talking about an old country name where they go to church in the wooden pews and no piano and got the church fans. They got Martin Luther King Jr. on it. That's what I want. Where you just wait. You just wait until that day where they do the church anniversary, and you do that church anniversary, and you choir anniversary, and you know you can't wait till the end of service because you know they serving food, and you know you already got your aluminum foil. You got your aluminum foil already in the car, and you go and you bring your own takeout plates. That's the type situation I want to be. And you get in line, and when it's always in the and you talking about the people who cook. Who cooks. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want. Yeah, I want Claudine and Bernadette making my food. So that's what I want. And then some sweet tea. I gotta get a little sweet tea. You know, this Captain Will, so I gotta get some sweet tea. And a chocolate martini, some sweet tea, and then I like some cheesecake. Ooh, that's my last meal. So that's a lot, but that's my last meal. They ain't say like the quantity of it. That's my last meal. That's how I'm gonna do it. So that was a really good question. I like that question. Like that question a lot. Ashlyn Watkins. Ashlyn Watkins played 28 minutes. Y'all, here's the thing. I was having this conversation with someone yesterday. Ashlyn Watkins don't start the basketball game, but she plays a whole bunch of minutes. Ashlyn Watkins is our starting power forward. She's our starting power forward. She plays more minutes than Chloe does. She does. Right now, she's up to 19 minutes a game. As the season continues, you're going to see Ashlyn Watkins getting the bulk of the minutes at the power forward position. Okay? And the reason that's going to happen because the teams are going to be more competitive. The team's going to be more physical. Against Florida, she played 26 minutes. Chloe played 16. Against Mississippi State, she played 28 minutes. Chloe played 16. Okay, so against Mississippi State, she had 9 points, 10 rebounds, 3 block shots. Okay, against Florida, she had 6 points, 8 rebounds. Now, this is the thing with Watkins. Watkins is not an efficient scorer of the basketball. She's not an efficient scorer of the basketball. She's not. She is not. But she's averaging 9.7 rebounds. And she is doing that. It's just that she's so athletic. I think sometimes she'll be running or put herself out of position. But she scores when she's in her spots. She finishes. Let me say that right there. She finishes the basketball when she's in her spots. She don't blow many layups. She doesn't blow many bunnies. She scores. She's not very good at the free throw line. She's shooting 49%, but she's our best defensive player too. And she's averaging 3 block shots a game off the bench in 19 minutes of play, which is going to increase as this SEC play continues. Ashlyn Watkins don't get the starters introductions, but Ashlyn Watkins is getting the starters minutes. She is. MiLaysia Fulwiley, 9 points, 5 for 5 for the free throw line, picking her spots. Tessa Johnson played about 15 minutes. This is the thing. This is one thing that when you're watching the game, when you watched the game yesterday, you saw a couple of things. One of those things that you saw was Tessa Johnson came into the game before MiLaysia Fulwiley. She came into the game before MiLaysia Fulwiley did. And the reason, and I discussed that with someone in the game as well, the reason that Tessa came in the game before Fulwiley because Tessa plays better defense. She plays better defense. She's 6'1", 6'1.5". She plays defense. Tessa Johnson is the future version of Bree Hall. She is. She's a little bit taller than Bree. As talented. Now, Fulwiley started getting her minutes in the second half. But don't be, it wasn't a misprint. It wasn't a miss situation with Tessa going in before. She plays better defense, and Dawn is going to trust players that plays defense in SEC play. I expect the same thing to happen on Thursday. I expect Ashlyn Watkins, Tessa Johnson to be the first two players that come off the bench in Thursday's game. And I expect Tessa to come in for Paopao and Watkins to come in for Chloe. That's what I believe. The bench is starting to shrink. This is why somebody, we only got 11 players. Well, your 11 players ain't as good as our 11 players. But when we play top teams, all 11 ain't gonna play. All 11 ain't gonna play. The bench will be getting short. And in last night's game, before it got out of hand, the bulk of the minutes was going with Cardoso, Breezy, Raven, Te-Hina, Ashlyn Watkins. Those 5 players are going to get the bulk of the minutes in SEC play. And you're going to have Chloe being sprinkled in. You're going to have Tessa being sprinkled in. You're going to have Fulwiley being sprinkled in. But those 5, Cardoso, Breezy, Paopao, Lights Out herself, Hollywood, Swatkins, are going to lead us to a championship because they will be getting the bulk of the minutes. 11 players not going to play in crunch time against great teams. Do not be surprised when we play against Ole Miss, when we play against LSU, when we play against Texas A&M, that you really see 8 players playing in this basketball game. 8 players. But those 5 players who I mentioned earlier will begin 25 to 35 minutes. Because it's conference time. It's the real deal. It is no playing no more. It is now time to turn up as Gamecock fans. It is on. It is on. This is the time that we've been waiting for. This is the time that we've been waiting for. It's January. SEC tournament is in 2 months. Then we go to March Madness. So we've been talking about it all year. We've been talking about it all year. And I ain't talking about all 2024. We're talking about it in 2023 since we lost to Iowa. It is time for Carolina to stand on business. And it starts with Missouri. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the likes. I appreciate everything, all the energy, all the support for Captain Will and this platform. You are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your man, Captain Will. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, J-Rock did this beat.